Good afternoon. Ready when you are, Jonathan. My name is Steve Tomaszewski. I'm the CEO and founder of the Soldiers Family TV and radio talk show. Over the past 14 years, I've come out to many of your events, even to a corn boil in 2010 with Bill Wolf, Terry Vance. I know many of you. I don't know all of you. I am here today to present a 30-minute talk show once a month for each post at a cost of $99 to the post. Just this week, I've been doing this for over 10 years. Now, 14 years. I have an average of a month of over 40,000 listeners just on Talking Cars. When I started this, it was a podcast for my sons who were deployed, and we would get live Skype from Bagram, Camp Resolute, Camp Leatherneck, excuse me, I had to think about that for you Marines out there. The nice thing about it is we had people on aircraft carriers, but it's not going to help broadcasting this to 50,000 people if they're not in Rantoul, Illinois, if they're not in East St. Louis, if they're not, what city are you in?
Chicago.
In Chicago, in Rantoul, in Rockford. I know what I'm talking about because I have a history in my family for communications. My father was trained in 1943 to be a telephone operator. I have his discharge papers here. And when he showed up in the Philippines and Solomon Islands, I said, "That's great, Tom. This is me Wednesday at the Chicago Auto Show." They go, "What we need here is from our command post, from this young man here, to go out to the districts and get the information out to the grunt in the front line." So what happens at your meetings every month? How many of the same people show up? Hey, I'm not calling you out, okay? So I'm one of yous. But what do you tell if you have a post that has 50 people and the same 11 people show up every month? Does the post commander, don't answer, call everybody up, the other 40 people, and say, "Hey, I see you didn't make it to the meeting. Let me tell you what happened"? Probably not. How long would that take to do? Bill, how long would it take you to call 45 people when they don't answer, you got voicemail? I'm going to pick on you.
A couple hours.
Yeah, if maybe. So we have an idea. My father took these in 1943, United States Army Private First Class, and took a set of wires and ran it out 5 miles into the jungle and set up a forward operating base, you can look at this, to get that word out to those people who didn't hear what's going on here, or to your post commander. Post commander has a lot of duties. I like to take one of them away. You can send them an email, okay? Do they open it? Maybe not. But what if you could do the first 3 minutes about your post in Rantoul, Illinois? Is Rantoul in here right now? Where's the district commander for Rantoul? There you go. Name me a post, one of your posts near Rantoul. Danville. What good does a show, no disrespect, sir, what good does a show do from the state? And what are they going to learn from this? They want to know what's going on in Danville. All they have to do, if you would all take out your phones, please, right now, please take out your phones. Please. And dial this number, 1-630-749-8414. It's on your sheet. That's my number. And thank you. For the first 3 minutes of the show, we're going to ask that post commander who he is, who she is. By the way, out of my 3 million viewers and over 2 million downloads, 55% of my listeners and viewers are female. And it's about time that we got half of this group in female post commanders. I am not here looking at anyone in particular. I have my 3 sons and a daughter. That's why I drink. And the show started with something as simple as the dog ran away from home. Your sister broke up with her boyfriend, and your mom still hates me, my ex-wife. That's okay. It went viral. People want to know what's going on in their town in Danville. We'll pick on you. So imagine now that you call into the show in the first 3 minutes, and it doesn't matter if it's in Corning, New York, or Danville, Illinois. For the first 3 minutes, we're going to ask you who you are, what you do, and when's your next meeting. The next 3 minutes, we're going to say, what did you do this month? I went to Springfield. Can you scroll down a little bit here? And I'll need a portable mic. How's my time doing? 7 minutes. I got 2. I run on a timer. When I was at the show this week, I had a chance, yesterday, I had a chance to interview Joe Hendricks. If you're not familiar with him, he's the president of Ford Motor Company. And he said, well, what can we do to help? And I said, well, I'm putting a show together for the state of Illinois VFW. He goes, well, how many posts you got? And I said 109?
About 209.
Well, I was close, right?
No.
200. Holy smokes, Batman.
285.
285. Let me have that portable mic real quick. And he goes, well, how many listen? And how many members do we have?
Roughly 48,000.
48,000.
Plus auxiliary members, which will bring it well over 65, I do believe.
65,000. The show is not, can you scroll down a little bit? The show is $99 to the post. Why is it that? When I did this with Terry Vance and I went to Post Commanders and I asked them, would you like to be on the show? They said yes. And I would call them that day or the day before. And 5 minutes before the show, they're not on the show. And I'd call them and go, you know what? I'm at the doctor's right now. Let's do this another time. So the $99 is important. The cost of this show, by the way, is $371. So we're short. It is my position, can you scroll up a little bit, to help you to go to, and I met with the Illinois Auto Dealers Association. Are you familiar with them?
Yeah.
The Chicago Auto Dealers Association. Are you familiar with them? They put on the auto show. 1 million people will go through McCormick Place this month, or this week, whatever it is, okay? They said, what can we do to help the VFW? I said, hold on. Just wait a minute right there. I'm gonna be there tomorrow. And if that dealership, don't we always go out and ask for money and say, hey, you run a car dealership, can you donate, $500, $1,000, $2,000 to Danville? Danville, maybe a dealer down there by me. A Buick dealer, Ford dealer. Sam Lamb. Hey Sam, can you give us $500 for the VFW? Sure. What do I get for it? Hey Sam, we have a radio show. And you can be a guest. And you could also be a sponsor. They're ready to move. I will help you. They can call me. This is all done online. Scroll up here. Stop. You want to become a member? You click that button. We're offering today, me, I own the show, so I can say what I like. It's $99 a show. I'll ask the post commander to put it on their credit card. You will receive a receipt, and then the post can repay them. Or you can pay for 1 full year. Now, I had the Bob Warman auto show. Did anybody know Bob Warman?
Yep. Yeah.
All right. Bob Warman. I started that show for $99. At the end, and today, the show is $4,500 for 30 minutes. You're getting a great quality. I'm not here to preach to you. I'm here to help. I'm trying to run those 2 lines out to the furthest brunt. Are you Army? Semper Fi. So he knows what's going on. He didn't make this month's meeting. Now I also talked to Wintrust and Fifth Third Bank. You know what they said to me? how many posts do you have signed up? I said, can you wait till tomorrow? And I'll come back. I'm looking for an 81% yes by the end of the month. My phone number, 630-749-8414, is on that sheet of paper. The best thing you can do is text me and say, can you call me back at this time? If you call me, I'm most likely doing this. I'm also a sports announcer at Audubon Country Club in Joliet and Road America. You want to talk to somebody at Fifth Third Bank? You have their blessing. Wintrust. Also State Farm and Allstate. The local Allstate person will probably spend $300 to $500 a month on advertising. What will they get out of this? They get to help their community. They get to help you. And now for 14 to 28 minutes, they can listen to the show in their car, on their phone, or at work when they have time. I am proposing that starting on March 4th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., the last show is at 8:30, you call into the show and we start this talk. This is not a script. This is real. This comes right from here. The next 5 minutes will be, what did you do last month? Well, I went up and I talked to Mike DeRoss. We had the vice commander there. We had the state commander there. Oh, that's great. What are you doing next month? You know, Steve, it's funny. What are you doing next month at your post? Any ideas? We're having a St. Patrick's Day party. Okay? I also work with the AFL-CIO, Mick Yeager, United States Army, Vietnam veteran. I know these people. I'm not asking you to go out and sell the damn show. That's not your job. But if you know a dealer and they're friendly, say, you know what, you can be on our show, no cost, no job, no cost, no foul. And if you would like to sponsor the show, Joe Hendricks turned to Dan Barbosa and said, why don't you invite him up to Detroit? I'd like to do that. This is much bigger than the state of Illinois. You have a chance right now to change history. Do you still have the same car you drove when you got out of the service? Do you still have the same cell phone that you first got? I had a bag phone. John, do you have a bag phone? What do you have now?
Yeah, I got a good phone now.
I got a good phone now. Things change. It's a simple thing to do. I'm willing to put up my time and money this for you. Without the help of Carl Sorensen, it's an endless game. This works about 16 to 18 hours a day, Saturdays and Sundays. I do what you do. I'm not asking you to go to work, but I am asking you for $99. How's my time? We're done, okay. That $99 means you want to do this. And with that, once you reach 4 sponsors, you can still pay in, but I'm going to be your salesperson, helping you with sponsors. Hey, Steve, now Jeff Green just passed away in Peoria, Illinois. His wife's Pam. He's a member of Audubon Country Club. But there's probably not a dealer, Bill Jacobs III. You remember Bill Jacobs?
Oh, yeah.
From Joliet?
The Chevrolet man.
Okay? I know people. And if I don't, they know me. Meaning, I'm a car guy. The one thing that you can depend on is I'll give you a quick answer. Steve, can we do this? Not today. Give me a few days. This is what I brought for you. This is in my blood. I carry this when I go out on shows. It reminds me of every veteran here who signed on the line in blood saying, I'm in for America. I'm here for you. I have a little desk and a chair and a telephone outside, right? I'm gonna be meeting here. You got my phone number. Brett's got my number. There's probably not an event I haven't tried to get through. Let me know what I can do to help. I'm asking for your help to get the message out to those members who don't show up. And then in March, I'm going to ask the post commander right on the show, let's have a mandatory meeting next month. Big announcement coming. Mandatory meeting. What would happen if twice as many people showed up at your next post meeting? What would happen? What would happen? Well, I'll tell you what, you better start. And here's the big news. The big news is we want to start Operation Welcome Home for Desert Storm, Iraqi freedom, and enduring freedom, and especially for the women in our military who are well represented here, but not enough. And I'd like you to reach out. The big news is when they come to your April meeting, go out to Danville and say, here, on this show, we'd like to invite you to our Memorial Day event. Maybe you have a parade. Well, they're not a member, they can't march. You know what? Break the damn rule. Get those members out there. Do you know how many women have served in the Gulf War? Let's find them. Let's be friends. VFW, very friendly warriors. I'm Steve Tomaszewski, and here's how I end every one of my shows. You can't stand behind our troops? I suggest you stand in front of them. Drop the mic.
Thanks, Steve. All right.
Yeah, I had a good time with you up there at the Trick Street Museum. That was a lot of fun.
Had a lot of fun.
And we signed up Native American. And
7 minutes.
that was